Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're here for another episode of Old School Movements. My name's Darren, entertainment enthusiast and lover of all things retro. There you go. Now you know. And with me is my old school brethren, Chris.
How you doing?
I ain't said brethren in ages. You cool?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good, yeah.
Good. And also our guest in the house, you should know by now, is Stephen. You call him Stacks if you want also. Engineer extraordinaire. You good today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. And Keenan could pop up again today. We don't know.
He's elusive.
Yeah. It's like Kenny from South Park.
He's like that phantom.
Yeah, just in and out. Well, let's get on with the show. Sequels, are they better than the originals? Are reboots better than the originals? And where did the word reboot come from? Remember, it was called remake.
Yeah, remakes. Yeah.
Well, how all of a sudden it's been changed from reboot to remake? What's going on? Everyone's saying reboot. I still say remake. You just say remake.
I've never heard of reboot, man.
Yeah, reboots become definitely popular.
No, it was a remake. Do you know what I mean? But that's what we're going to talk about today. Are sequels better than the originals? Now, for me, when I first saw Star Wars, I was amazed. I mean, first see that ship just going over the camera, it's taking ages to come over, and first see Darth Vader, and the effects were amazing, yeah? But when Empire Strikes Back come out now, it was like, damn, they've stepped up a level.
To the next level, yeah.
And then even though Return of Jedi isn't as good as Empire Strikes Back, they still stepped up a level.
Up again, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I love the way, like what I'm saying is Star Wars is a perfect example for me of how sequels the original should be. Star Wars, the original, the 1977,
70s and 80s,
to 83 one, I believe, Return of Jedi. That's a good example for me of how sequels should be. They stepped up the level. They introduced you to the first lot of characters in Star Wars. In the second one, they showed you about Yoda and Lando, and then in the third one, they showed you Jabba the Hutt and a couple of other people with action to each that went up a bar each level. Time. Darth Vader's suit got shiny at each level. You could see the progression in Star Wars. You saw, Luke was wearing like beige jeans and a judo top, but by the third one, he was in a black suit with a bad man with leather glove.
Yeah. It's true.
Do you know what I'm saying? You saw the progression.
It evolved.
It evolved, and that's for me a sign of a good sequel. What's yours, man, Chris? Man, what?
Same.
Chris is in the house.
Here again, talking about the sequels. You just stole my top spot as well. I was gonna. Yeah, Strikes Back for me is probably my best sequel. So yeah, my next one down is going to be probably Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones.
Temple of Doom. Do you know what?
I love the original, but
again,
the original probably. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I love the original, but the second one's good as well. Again, they stepped it up with the set. Went on location, and story's a little bit weak, but still.
But Mama, I'm Cigarette. That was. You can't forget Mama Cigarette.
You can't. There's a big bits in it. Chopping the rope bridge and going for his gun and it ain't there.
Yeah, but I do like Raiders of the Lost Ark. But again, I think it was a step up Indiana Jones on the way it looked now, and you knew that the writing was good. You
bit more money spent.
Yeah, you knew the character now, so you followed his adventure, and that was what the original 3 Star Wars was like as well. And so Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom's good, but unlike Star Wars, I don't think Indiana Jones continued to be good. They brought 3 more after.
Yeah, it started going downhill.
I don't think they were that good.
It's gone downhill since really.
They started dealing with aliens. I know it was all supernatural from the beginning, but it was. Do you know what I mean?
The third one you can just get by with Sean Connery, but I think he plays his dad quite well in it. But yeah, it's definitely it started going down a bit after that. I like the first two. The first one for me is good, but like how you say with Empire Strikes Back, I think for a sequel, it's like they stepped it up a bit. It was a bit bigger and brighter and shinier sort of thing.
Yeah. Do you think because Star Wars is like a complete story, with each film being within the entire story, whereas like Indiana Jones is like individual stories.
A different story each time,
you know what I mean?
Sort of thing.
Yeah, I get it,
So like with Star Wars, you can keep making, even these spin-offs, I'll still go and watch the spin-offs of Star Wars and the Star Wars story and the Han Solo, because it's within the same world, the same universe.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Whereas Indiana Jones, it's like, he's searching for a lost artifact or something.
In every film, it's a different. I get that.
They can only hand it down to a younger version or something to
But then James Bond works though.
To prolong, yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
It does actually.
That's weird though.
I was going to say James Bond.
When you think about it, it does.
Lara Croft didn't work though. Maybe it's a thing about like finding artifacts or something, or like being a Tomb Raider.
But I like that. That was a big attraction to me. I like that sort of going out and finding artifact
and that's
things.
what was good about, and that's why.
Still today, if I go to Egypt, like, I feel like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and that's what's good about Indiana Jones. He was a charismatic guy. Do you know what I mean? But what's funny about him, like He-Man, when he was ready to be Indiana Jones, he had a tan and a stubble. Yeah. But when he was a teacher, he
glasses and a bow tie
and pale. What's going on with these people? Yes.
That's the Hollywood part, man.
That's the
Hollywood part.
Yeah. But
you have to have a tan to be a superhero, bro.
What else is on your list? What else is?
We're quickly going back to Temple of Doom again. It was one of the only films where Harrison Ford weren't actually in much of it. He had a big accident, I think, fell off of a elephant or trampled by an elephant. Yeah, and out of it for a long time. And his stunt double done a lot of the scenes that you see. Oh, wow. Apart from the close-ups, he done all the close-ups still, and then all of the other scenes, they're either shot from behind because it was the stunt double, or they're from long angles, so you don't really see who it is. Little fact there as well.
Remember Short Round?
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yes. Short Round. Was that the same guy at the Goonies?
He's a kid in the Goonies.
Goonies.
Yeah. Goonies, another great film. Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of him being in. I can't really think of him of anything other than Data at the Goonies. I'm sure it was Data.
Oh, okay.
And Short Round with the blocks. You know, the classic blocks on your shoes driving the car.
Yeah.
He's got some classic
so,
scenes.
Sequels like Terminators. What do you think of the?
Terminator was in my list, man. Terminator was number 4 for me. And I waited a long time for Terminator 2. Terminator 1 was like what you were saying about Nightmare on Elm Street and Exorcist.
Because the thing is, do you remember when
it was more like a horror film? It was like a horror film.
We watched it in the daytime.
Yeah.
Like, me and Chris know each other since we were about 6 years old. And we went to school together and that, and used to like play and watch all these films and stuff. We went to our mate Alex's house, and just in the background was something on the TV, and with our peripheral, we can see his action and madness going on. We look closely, and I think it's the first time I've seen Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It could have been the first time.
And this film was playing in the background, and his dad was watching it. It was like, what the hell's this? And he's like, oh yes, it's a film about this robot, and it's chasing after this woman. It's like, okay, we ain't playing with Star Wars things anymore. We're
gonna watch this. Yeah.
We're gonna watch this movie, and it just blew our minds, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you know, and as you say, you're anticipating for Terminator 2, which come out years later. I think it was good.
It was good.
I think it was
a
good idea to make it. The timing was right, and it was a sequel again, like Star Wars, like Indiana Jones. It stepped up a level, but is it better than the first one?
Yeah.
It's that kind of position you're in. It did step up a level, but
it was definitely more comical. Probably not as good a story, but yeah, like you said, because it was big and glossy, and it was Arnie back as the Terminator. You were drawn to see it, and I love it as a sequel.
The timing was right. Good. Like they stepped up a level, as in you was amazed just by seeing the animatronics of the skeleton of Terminator in Terminator 1. That was
that was obviously the Mercury man. That was next level though, bro. That was like, oh my god.
Exactly. That
walked through the fire.
Yeah, when he went in, just like the bullets and stuff, and like that was sick though.
When shotgun in the head.
That bit in the lift where trying to open up the lift and he gets split in the head.
Thinking about it, it has got some wicked effects in it.
Remember that when I was in the cinema and watched Terminator 2, remember that scene where like his foster parents are she's chopping up carrot
into the fridge,
and she's talking, and you think, what's going on there? Yeah. But then your spider senses tell you something, and then
why's the dog barking? Why's the dog barking?
Yeah, and then Schwarzenegger gets the phone in, he goes, "How's Wolfie?"
Yeah,
that was his name. The foster parents were dead.
Yeah,
and then she impaled the dude with the milk carton still in his mouth.
That was good.
That's a good.
That was good. Yeah, that was a good sequel.
Terminator's a very good remake.
There's been some clangers, I think, since 2, but you know, again on the grapevine, there's talk that there's another one coming again, and the Mercury Man's back, and
wasn't there Terminator?
There was
something.
Genesis.
Genesis. There's been a few. There's been a couple. Yeah, it's been 2 or 3.
After 3, I think because James Cameron stopped. He directed the first 2.
Yeah.
But I heard
he's back to do this one. Yeah, this is why it sounds interesting.
Yeah,
it does sound interesting from what I've seen of it.
It's a weird one. But yeah,
it's a great sequel.
What other sequels come to mind for you?
But my number 3 was another classic. Really, was Rambo 2. Same again. Like, Rambo 1, I was kind of young at the age when it first come round, but I must have saw it on video. Liked the story.
Not on Betamax though. No.
Probably weren't Betamax. Not in them days. No, not probably. It could have been, but no, I don't think.
No, I think it was. I think we had Rambo 1 on Betamax.
Yeah. So again, 2 was a lot of quite a bit of hype before it come out. It was exciting to see, and this was more sort of jungle based. And
I think that film that's just called Rambo, the one that came out.
I haven't watched Rambo 3, man. Rambo 3.
You like that one?
Yeah,
I kind of like that one too. One of the newer ones. Yeah, that one wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
So after three, there's only been 3. Then there was that one, wasn't there? I think. Yeah, 3 was.
Because then they did
bad.
the backstory and all that stuff. On, like,
3 weren't great.
Yeah. What about Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I'm trying to think of 2.
All of them.
So I sort of look at all 3 of them as the one big story. It's hard for me to sort of I differentiate. Okay, it was the middle bit of the story basically, but
Do you remember the 1970 cartoon film?
Yes, that was good.
That
was good. The animation and the drawing on that.
Yeah, that looked really good.
I don't know if that.
In the 70s, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of Watership Down sort of days as well. I think.
Kind of animation.
And that sort of style.
And that's why when I heard they're making a film, I was so eager to see, and it feels like how that.
I'm glad it does because in your head when you picture it, you imagine like thousands of orcs or whatever, and they done it justice. They done it good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Huh?
Same with the Hobbit.
Hobbit, yeah. That's good. What about the Matrix movie?
Oh, yes.
Not sure about 2 though.
Not sure about 2 or 3.
Yeah, I didn't mind 3. Not
The ending of 3.
One's
was
wicked. One's wicked, but then them next 2, man, I don't know.
I like them, but just for me, the ending was like, just didn't.
I can watch number 1 over and over.
I'm the same, mate.
The other 2, I won't even bother.
Yeah,
really.
I'm pretty much the same.
I thought it was one story though. Like I felt it was.
It is all sort of continuous.
Terrible continuation of a beginning of a story.
Why is it? Because the oracle changed and all that stuff.
I think for me, I thought the acting got worse.
Oh, Keanu Reeves only has one face though.
No, I mean across the board. Like it just
one was
came
good.
to action movie.
I think because the hype when one with dodging the bullet and
it brought
like
effects that cinema hadn't seen before. But around that year, it was the same year Phantom Menace came out, and as much as Phantom Menace ain't a great film trilogy, it showcased what Lucasfilm and special CGI was going to be about in the future.
Yeah.
But Matrix was a next level of that. It was slow motion and you know what I mean. It just and the storyline was just something out of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? That just amazed people, man. So that's the kind of film that I wouldn't mind if it didn't have a sequel. And there's those.
Yeah,
types
that's
of
true.
films.
Actually, you could have just ended
like
that.
who wants to see Goodfellas 2? No one. You just keep at it. Who wants to see Apocalypto 2? No, you just keep at it. Do you know what I mean? It's those kind of films. That's so good. You just you just stand alone. And
do you remember Short Circuit?
Huh?
Short Circuit.
So that had a 1 and 2.
That had a 1 and 2.
For
2,
me,
I don't think I saw.
For me, I wasn't a massive fan of it.
That was Johnny 5.
Number Johnny 5.
Yeah, I wasn't a massive fan of it. So I
wasn't a massive fan of it.
Didn't really.
If it was on TV, I'd watch it. But
Yeah.
I don't think I'd been cinema to see it.
We'll go into horrors. Alien.
I got Aliens as my number 5. As Aliens being the second one, obviously of the how many are there now? 4.
Yeah, Alien. I think Alien and Aliens.
They're the two. I mean, there's good bits. I kind of like bits of Aliens 3, but yeah, Aliens. The second one is the one that done it for me. Yeah, that got me great. That made me want to watch Alien.
Yeah,
where I had seen it but not really paid much attention to it, and then after watching the sequel, I had to go back and watch the original again. But yeah, that was good.
It was an
again
It,
for them
It
days.
2, and then a remake of it as recently as well. It.
The clown.
The clown thing.
I never saw the original. I only saw the recent.
I
only saw the recent. I didn't think much of it, to be honest.
No, I wasn't a big fan.
The recent one
wasn't it? It's like the Nightmare on Elm Street, the 1 to 3.
The first one was good.
But the next 2 were right. Dream Warriors. People forget about Dream Warriors.
Was that the third one?
Yeah, remember
that
Dream
was
Warriors?
The third one, yeah.
And all the kids.
Dream Warriors
put
was
the girls'
good.
head through the TV.
Nancy was back in it again.
The magician and
Yeah.
mate,
That was
That one was good.
yeah, big. Staying on horrors. Remember the Omens?
Yeah.
Omen, that was scary.
Yeah, when you're talking about religious stuff and that.
So I don't know why they were scary. Looking back on them, it's like, why were they scary? What was bad? I can remember someone's eyes getting picked out.
It's just a kid, and he isn't directly doing things. It's like early Final Destination. Things happen.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Just on the cuff. Situations that can happen in everyday life, and it was all with his watch.
So he wasn't like Matilda, could make a glass of water tip over.
I swear he had a 666 on his
head. He wasn't like that.
No, he didn't have telekinesis. He was just.
Didn't he have 666 on his forehead or something?
Yeah. If you went into his scalp, you'd see Mark of the Beast, son of a jackal. But it was the second one, right? I think it was called Omen 2, and Final Conflict was the third one. But the second one, there's a scene where Damien, when he's a bit older now, he's gone to the army or something.
Yeah.
And there's a gas explosion in the gas plant or something, and all the kids are infected, but not him. And one of the doctors, I swear, Google this man now. The doctor in it looks like Jay-Z. Yeah. Look at the doctor from Omen 2. Yeah. And every time I see this film now, it makes me laugh. You can check it out. But Omen 1 and 2 were good. But Omen 3 1 is good. But it was a continuation, so it just ended the story nicely, But that was like the horror zone. There was a time, remember between like 84 and 88, you had like Commando, you had all the Schwarzenegger films, you had all the Stallone films, you had like the Rocky films, so it was Stallone versus Schwarzenegger and who made the best films and that.
Who's the best action hero?
Who's the best action hero? And you had all that, but then you had so many other films, like Never Ending Story, Dark Crystal,
Never Ending Story.
That
was a sequel.
They didn't have a good sequel.
Didn't have a good sequel, man.
Labyrinth to that sequel. That's another film that just didn't need a sequel. You just
Never Ending Story didn't.
You know what I mean?
That has got a sequel actually.
I've
never seen it.
Some things ain't worth.
Yeah, I've never seen it. But I've never seen it advertised.
Ghostbusters 2.
Nowhere near as good, but it's still good because it's Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
but
exactly. You just love it because
it's Ghostbusters, man.
And along with that,
what about the remake of Ghostbusters?
Nah.
Reboots.
I haven't even seen it. I didn't want to see
it. That's not Ghostbusters, man.
Nah, it's just
not Ghostbusters.
It didn't seem like I didn't want to watch it.
Nah,
it's bad.
No, it just didn't work, man. Like, I remember in the 80s, the same time Ghostbusters come out, same weekend, Gremlins.
Yeah.
Gremlins sequel was sick. The second one was sick though.
It was on over Christmas.
Yeah, I like both.
I like both.
Yeah, I like both of them.
I watched Gremlins 1 about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Did you know that Gremlins, right, was supposed to be an all-out horror film? The Gremlins were supposed to kill his mum. You see when she's smashing them all up in the kitchen? They're supposed to kill her and eat the dog. But
he got tamed down.
He got tamed down to get more bums and seats.
Maybe that's why Critters got made. Critters was like an evil version of them, weren't they?
You remember that man like Pat Sharp, the man that comes in space?
Yeah. Pat Sharp did. He had the mullet, like yes. And didn't they come out the toilet and bite his backside or something?
You took the words right out of my mouth. Critters. I was literally about to say that.
I still recognise the cover. I can see it.
They went up to like Critters 4 or something.
Yeah, they carried on going.
Critters 1, you needed to watch. There's some sequels or whatever. You just watch. You need to watch the first one. That's it. You don't need to watch it part 2 or part 3. Do you know what I mean? But Critters is one of those films. Yeah. But you know what? Other horror film I love. Sequel is the Friday the 13th. From 1 to 3.
Yeah,
I was scared.
Oh my god,
they were good.
Did you ever watch the Friday the 13th?
I don't know where I lost track with them. Probably about 6 or 5.
Got silly,
but the first
1
3,
to 3 was like
classic. 3 was 3D,
classic
wasn't it?
80s.
It was one of them early 3D films with the glasses, with the jaws and
the kind of films that jump up at you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I like the Friday the 13th.
Yeah, the Friday the 13th. Wicked.
The man who could just walk and catch you wherever you are, and they just walk.
Yeah.
He wouldn't need to run; he just walk.
Yeah. But look, there's a little myth I want to put to bed here. Do you know when people say in horror films the black guy always gets killed first? Out of all the classic horror films I've seen, where's the black guy? What classic horror film has a black guy? So how does he get killed if he's not even in it? Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Evil Dead, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. These are the top horror films. Exorcist. Where's the black guy?
Yeah, it's true.
I don't understand where that comes from.
Put
that to bed because it doesn't even exist. And I'll tell you what, when Night of the Living Dead come out.
I was gonna say there was an old 80s zombies film that had one black character.
Yeah, and he survived.
And he survived. He was like the chopper pilot.
He was the chopper pilot. He survived.
He got him out of there.
He got him out.
The black guy in The Thing survived.
The black guy in The Thing survived. The film Night of the Living Dead, the first one, the black and white one, the black guy survived, but the crazy thing is, the police shot him because they thought he was a zombie. That's how the film ended. So he survived the zombies, but the police shot him. Hey, things don't change.
I was going to say the same.
Can you believe that? Yeah. Black guy dies first. All my classic horror films I've seen in the 80s, I haven't seen a black guy. No. Jay-Z died halfway through Omen 2. But what about superhero?
Superman we watched.
Superman 2 almost made it into my top 5.
Superman 2.
That is my favourite Superman.
Amazing. General Zod is a bad man.
It's them 3 characters.
General Zod is
them 3 characters. They kill it.
With his mascara and his fucking blush.
Superman. Who is this Superman?
Neil
to me.
Neil to Zod.
Man, the man went to the president, and the president said, "Oh God." The man corrected him and said, "No,
Zod. Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand, mate? General Zod and his crew were bad. That was the best.
They were bad.
That was a step up.
Yeah.
Superman 1 was alright.
Yeah.
It was alright.
His bodyguard couldn't even use his X-ray, but that didn't bother Zod.
Yeah, it didn't bother Zod.
Zod was alright.
Zod was walking in water, wasn't he?
Yeah, he didn't.
There's nothing. Zod was a bad man. Superman 1 was alright. Mr. Smokey! Gene Hackman. But when Zod arrived and teamed up with Lex Luthor, who Gene Hackman played,
yeah.
Mate, it was the next level.
Yeah,
it was the next level.
The ultimate of
I remember
evil.
seeing Superman 2 in the cinema and watching that fight, when he throws him into the Coca-Cola sign. And that was like wrestling. That was like
into the bus. That one. Yeah.
Mate,
that was wicked.
Mate.
Wicked.
And see the advertising then. You know the bus was a Marlboro bus.
Yes.
You wouldn't put that in a film now.
Yeah.
Superman with a big Marlboro bus.
What was 3 and 4? I know there was the
Richard
Sun
Pryor.
Man.
3. It could have been good.
3 could have been good, but
Richard Pryor's wicked. But,
but this film just didn't work.
I think that was one.
London
that was one where Superman went bad. Was it the one where he went bad?
That's the best part when he fought himself.
Yeah, and he turns a bit bad. Gets drunk and stuff.
What happened? The production company of Superman, they didn't have a big budget because you know some bits when he's flying in the sky it looks a bit bait. There's and a lot of it was filmed in England to make it look like it was in Metropolis, that New York feel. And the budget went down. And by the time they got to 4, when they brought
Nuclear
Pat
Man.
Sharp again,
Nuclear Man.
Man. It was just.
Yeah, that was bad.
It just didn't work. It just didn't work, man, because the budget went, But
its remakes were alright though.
Man of Steel.
I actually liked it.
Man of Steel's good.
I defy you, Superman.
Man of Steel's good.
But
Which one? There were 2 new remakes. There was
Man
one
of Steel's the one again with the new Zod.
Zod, yeah.
And it's Henry.
Yes,
with
the one who becomes part of Justice League.
That one I'm not too keen on.
No.
I like the fight, the Superman Flash fight,
okay,
or the Superman Flash bit. I like that, but I didn't like that Justice League.
That one with
much.
Ben Affleck now. I see
I don't like him as Batman, so I don't watch it.
Like
Speaking of Batman, so what's the best Batman era for you? What is it? Is it 60s Adam West? Is it Michael Keaton?
Up until
Michael Keaton?
Up until Bane, that one is that Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Up till Dark Knight, it was Adam West era. I haven't liked anything Batman up until Christian Bale. To be honest,
guys,
Keaton for me, and then Bale.
Didn't like Keaton. Yeah. Didn't like Keaton was always Beetlejuice to me, so I didn't like him being Batman.
Yeah, he was. That's true. Yeah, the same one.
I
didn't really watch Beetlejuice, so I didn't mind Keaton as Batman, but only those 2, like the one he done with Danny DeVito.
Batman Returns. See that's another step up a level.
I like watching some of them. Yeah, I do like watching some of them.
And the thing is, they were quite dark as well.
They were quite good. Yeah. There were some alright ones.
But the Bale ones, the new that just took it on like to a new level, man. That took it
how you imagine the old comic books sort of to be.
Yeah. I didn't even expect that. I was like, what movie is this? No, he's like training in like some martial arts.
I've never sort of been keen on him because he is just a millionaire.
Exactly.
He's not got no power. Like he's not Spider-Man. He's not Superman. So I've never been massively keen on him.
Same.
He's got some gadgets and he's got a butler.
He should have looked into Iron Man's.
Yeah,
they're the same
Iron Man's
kind
again.
Of guy, Iron Man spent his money more wisely.
Iron Man's a bad man though.
Batman went for sacrifice, went to mountains and starved himself. And
I like the story. Like that bit when he's training, doing.
You see, that's why the Ben Affleck thing seems so bait, because like he just seems so weak and like, I was like, come on, man.
Yeah. So what about the Spider-Man?
They've all been good, man.
Which is your favourite Spider-Man?
They've all been good. Probably
sequels, trilogies and reboots and remakes.
Tobey goes.
The second Spider-Man. I've gone off of Tobey as Spider-Man since the new couple that's been about. But I do like the Dr. Octopus one. That was number 2, wasn't it?
I think
that's one of the best Spider-Man.
I think Tobey Maguire is my favourite Spider-Man because he captures Spider-Man I read as a kid.
Yeah.
For me, that's probably
for
me, that's the one now who's playing it now.
I like that. The story's good, you know, and even though they flip the script a bit with him not having to make his web and it's naturally come out. I kind of like the idea because he's actually a spider man. Do you know what I mean?
No, I do like that idea as well.
And as nuts as it sounds, that's more believable than a guy who could just make.
Who can make web slinging.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I like that part of it as well. But I do like the current one. I think, like you say, with the comics, I don't know, I feel either him and I kind of like Garfield as well. He was. I wasn't
a fan of.
I didn't mind his one.
Of that. I
thought he's sort of geeky, nerdy. It sort of suited it, but
for me,
yeah, I like all the Spider-Man, man. I can't knock them. They're all good. It's the villains who let them knock down sometimes.
But the best villains is the sequel of Dr. Octopus. But I was the reason why Andrew Garfield one weren't great for me was he messed up the Lizard. The Lizard was a bad man in the comics and in cartoon.
Lizard would get away. He would always get away.
Alligator. It's just, it's just I weren't feeling it. I weren't feeling it, man. I weren't feeling it at all.
X-Men.
I'm not a big fan of the X-Men films. I like, you know what?
I think I've watched them all. I've watched them all.
What's that?
Couldn't name one.
Logan.
Logan's my favourite. Yeah, Logan was good. Logan Noir.
I think Logan was just. That's just. And no one really talks about that film, man. For me, Logan is one of the best. Best superhero films.
Yeah. No, they made it in black and white. There's a black and white version, Logan Noir out. It's good. Yeah, it's good, man. Exactly the same. It's black and white, but it goes. Well. Yeah, more arty. Exactly that. But yeah, no, I think so too. I wasn't a massive fan. I like the toys. I used to love Wolverine, the Cyclops side, whatever he was.
I love the cartoon, actually.
And the cartoon was good if it was on. But yeah, I don't know. There was something about the films that I just struggled with a little bit, compared to say like how the Marvel version now, Avengers. Avengers I can watch, but I struggled with X-Men a little bit.
Do you remember all the sequels that the succession of films that Richard Pryor and
Gene Crazy.
Gene Wilder.
Wicked, man.
Gene Wilder, yes.
Them two are just classic.
See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
What's the one?
Stir
Crazy. They were funny, man.
Yeah.
Trying to escape jail, wasn't it? The two chickens.
Yeah.
That was funny.
You know, and Police Academy.
Police Academy, I got down for a good part 2 as well. They kept me laughing for a few sequels, I think.
I think I watched up to 5, you know.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen them that far.
Police Academy.
I remember Citizens on Patrol. That might have been the third one.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were wicked. The characters in it, you know, you're never going to get films like that now with them characters. Again, I heard possibly being remade again with some of the original cast, but I think, you know, there's only half a dozen.
What was the guy who did the sound effects?
Jones. Yeah.
When you listen to those sound effects now, though,
but he really does himself.
Yeah, no, he still does them. He did like a heavy metal thing.
Yeah,
I saw that.
So I did like.
What do you not think about like action sequels like, you know, Die Hard 2, RoboCop 2, Predator 2,
RoboCop 2. No,
they're all a bit weak to be honest. I think same. Yeah, RoboCop 2. Loved RoboCop, man, but yeah.
The first one was even like slightly scary because of when it came. You know, like at the end when they show his face and all that stuff. That was
first one was wicked. Sick, First one was good. Yeah, I like
that was the best bit.
That's a cult.
That's a good film. That wasn't the best bit.
Loads of it.
That film was good, but that
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah.
RoboCop's
good.
RoboCop 2.
I think I watched it.
Yeah, it was like there's a little kid in it, wasn't there? Yeah, it weren't great.
Took his parts.
And then did he fly in it, or was that the third one?
That was the third one. He's on a motorcycle.
That I didn't even bother seeing. I know there's one where he flew, but now they should left it at 1. But saying that, the reboot ain't bad.
Ain't bad.
It's not bad.
But I don't think it needed to be made.
Nah, they could have just done it as something else because it doesn't even really look like a RoboCop. But it's not bad.
And that's, you know. and going back to like, if you guys listen to our first show, talking about all the cartoons that should have Hollywood makes, you know, instead of remaking stuff, just use these cartoons that can have films. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
You know, you've already seen what Transformers could do, even though for me only the first Transformers film is good. The rest,
the first one was
you can't be making films that and actually think, oh, this is a great film.
Yeah, but
it's going to be a super success. They must know
it's just all about making money.
It's straight to DVD.
Because they turned it into Fast and Furious after the first.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, basically.
You know, just continue, just trying to make much money as they can.
How many sequels were there Fast and Furious?
That's getting stretched out too long. I had going back again to the old school. I had Mad Max 2 as one of my favourite remakes as well.
Oh yeah,
I like the first. I like the first, not as a remake, sorry, as a sequel. Yeah. I like the first, but yeah, Mad Max 2, that was good.
Did you like the remake?
I like that. Yeah, it's alright. It weren't too bad. I look at it a bit different, like not as a straight remake of the film, because I don't think it sort of is, but. Yeah, no, I prefer the Mel Gibson one, but it's alright. Yeah, it's alright. I didn't mind it. It took me a couple of watches of the new one to get round onto it a bit, but no, you can't beat the originals. Even the third one, Tina Turner, Thunderdome.
No, Thunderdome and all that was sick.
That was good too. Yeah, that was good too, man. But yeah, but
part 2 is bad. Tupac and Dre did California Love in the Mad Max thing.
Yeah. Okay, well, what about like family movies? I'm saying like, you know, Back to the Future 2.
Back to the Future 1 and 2.
Yeah, what I love about Back to the Future 2 is like a step up.
When they go
step up again. And the way they left one, they left one perfect with the car taking off.
Yeah, and
going to the future.
Straight.
You knew there was a next one coming.
And when you watched part 2, it was like you was getting 2 for 1 but you still saw parts.
You still parts
of part 1.
Yeah. And it was wicked. They done it wicked.
View, like the way they put it together was big. But what's funny about that is that they were in the year 2016.
When was it?
Yeah, it was.
They went to 2016.
It was like 1985 to 2018 or 2008 or something.
Yeah, 2016.
We passed that. We still ain't got them friggin' hoverboards.
Yeah, it was 2016.
Yeah, we still ain't got them boards.
We still ain't got hoverboards. We still ain't got flying police cars, regular.
I suppose
I was waiting for
little
that,
turn massive.
I couldn't wait for that.
And you know that square where that scene, that is the Gremlins square as well. It's filmed the same square.
Okay.
When you see Gremlins all snowy and shot in that square, that is the same bit in Back to the Future.
They do EastEnders there, isn't it?
It's got to be, is it Pinewood or something?
Yeah,
you know, they're wicked.
Family movies but you know what? A lot of family movies didn't have sequels. A lot of them are one-offs. Like you got E.T.,
Goonies.
BMX Bandits.
BMX Bandits, cool. That was like Nicole Kidman when she was about 12 or something.
You know,
it was an Aussie film, wasn't it?
Yeah, Flight of the Navigator.
Flight of the Navigator.
That was good.
That was sick.
That was okay.
Loved that. Yeah.
Last Starfighter.
I liked that. That ship was sick.
So you had those, you know, one-offs that again didn't really need a sequel, man. So
good stories.
Spaceballs.
What are your top 5 sequels then, Chris, man?
My top 5 sequels. I'd also put Rocky in there as well, but probably Rocky 3 and 4. Not the sequel. It's got to be 3.
Hey, Baba.
3 and 4 is wicked.
Hey, Baba.
Oh, you didn't like Mr. T and what was that?
Yeah, that's the one. Rocky 3, man. Rocky 3 is
Rocky 3 was the introduction to Mr. T. I'm breathing heavy. That was the one that, you know,
Mickey dies.
But you know what someone told me the other day? Do you know Rocky? You know when he fought Mr. T for the second time? That was only 1 round. The second fight was just 1 round. I thought it was a couple of rounds. Yeah, it's like one of them. Did anyone else get that?
I didn't notice that.
I thought it was just. I swear the clock went. Dun, 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 dun,
the rounds flick past. Round 2, round 3.
I mean,
1 round. Not too much.
I still need to see it again to understand.
To watch it again, yeah. But my top 5 is literally what I run through. I'd say top Empire Strikes Back, Temple of Doom, Rambo 2, Terminator 2, Aliens. That's going to be my top 5.
Lads.
Aliens, Terminator, Toy Story.
Top ever? Or just okay.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
And I'll put The Thing in there only because I like the original.
I don't know if I can think of it.
the original. But you know, the thing is a reboot, isn't it? The
70s.
thing that we love,
yeah, of course, you're right,
is a remake of a black and white thing from another planet. And that's the thing. We complain that there's reboots, but just imagine Scarface is a remake from an old 1950s film, and I heard they're going to reboot that again.
Yeah.
So
that needs to be left alone. Yeah, that's done. It's cool.
But yeah, Keelan.
If I have to say Star Wars as well, Lord of the Rings, Superman 2. What else? I think Die Hard 2, was it Die Hard 2? No, it was Die Hard with a Vengeance. That
one's not bad. It's better than 2.
About Lethal Weapon 2.
Lethal Weapon 2. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon 2 ain't bad.
Yeah. Actually, I had South Africans. I remember.
Yeah, one and 2 is not
the
bad.
First time in like major cinema. Yeah.
1 and 2 is not bad at all.
Yeah. Right. Was anybody disappointed by Drunken Master 2?
Drunken Master 2.
Yeah, I think
I see Drunken Master 2. No, I think Drunken Master.
We'll get to that on another podcast.
So what was your top 5? You got.
I'll kill both 2 actually.
Yeah.
My top 5. But you know what? Quentin Tarantino doesn't like to think of them as
and I don't either. Really.
He just didn't have enough tape to make.
What are you talking about? Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's I can't. That's the same for Lord of the Rings. That's one continuous film.
One.
But so many people say they only like the first.
Nah, you can't say that. It's one film.
It's a whole film.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That's how I feel.
Has he counted that as one film for his 10?
Yeah.
It is counted as one. Yeah.
Especially because it's in scenes as well. Like, you know what I mean? It's not in like. You know.
Oh, no, I'll say Terminator 2, Empire Strikes Back. I don't know. There's so many.
So many. It's hard, isn't it?
I'm quite eager to see this new Avengers.
Back to the Future 2.
Back to the Future 2.
The second one was the best one.
Yeah.
I was gonna put Dawn of the Dead in one of mine as well. It was I know it's creeps. It's the 70s, but it was the second part to the original black and white. Effects were corny but good for them days.
Yeah. There's so much to go through. But you know, let's just end it there. And hope you guys enjoyed the show and have a listen to us again. Where can they get us?
Yeah, if you like what you heard, you can follow us on YouTube, SoundCloud, Instagram and Facebook at Urban Shapers. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Get involved in the show by contacting us with your comments, requests and suggestions for future topics and discussions. Email us at urbanshapers@hotmail.com.
Easy. You hear it there? So, make sure you tune in again. We'll have some more topics, old school. And I said, it doesn't matter when it is. It could be 50s, 80s, 60s. As long as it's old school, we'll be here chatting about it, man. It's all good.
We can
Lads, you had a good time?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Till
Chris,
next
you cool?
time. Yeah, good. Till next time.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Peace.
Peace.